Right, good morning and welcome to Newspaper Today on Osbc TV. My name is David Ojo. Yes, I have a guest with me. Now we'll all be doing it together on the Newspaper Today. Yes, its name is Citizens Lola Way. But before I introduce and we'll start doing some analysis on the newspaper today, let me just quickly let you know that we have a series of newspaper that we'll be going through this wonderful Wednesday morning. Yes, we have the This Day, the Guardian, we have the Nigerian Tribune, we have New Telegraph, we have Leadership, and we have also the Blueprint, the Daily Trust, and that is some of the newspaper that we'll have today. All right, Citizen is not having you on the newspaper today this morning.
It's my pleasure.
All right. Let's start with This Day this morning. Yeah, the caption written boldly on the front page of This Day says investors react positively as Tinubu meets Emefiele Kyari Labour over petrol subsidy. It's all about petrol subsidy.
This morning. I support the removal of it. Oil of the fuel subsidy, because it actually seems as if we have been rewarding fraudulent activities by unscrupulous Nigerians who do not want this country to grow. They are only concerned about their pockets. And then it's unfortunate that our religious leaders and our traditional leaders also always seem to be supporting criminal activities by rewarding criminal acts with chieftaincy title and leadership positions in the various religious organizations. And I think that regime must stop. And then the immediate past governments didn't make provision for fuel subsidy beyond June. I believe with the calculation that by July 1st, Dangote refinery will start producing and supplying fuel to the Nigerian markets. So I think all the presidential candidates also alluded to that fact when they were campaigning that they will remove the fuel subsidy if elected. And Tinubu himself campaigned that he will remove the fuel subsidy, and he simply made a statement of facts when he said the fuel subsidy regime was over, since there was no provision for fuel subsidy beyond the 30th of June.
All right, still talking about this fuel subsidy. This one is coming from the Vice President. He said we must end fuel subsidy now, else it will end Nigeria.
Yes, IMF already gave an indication that if care is not taken, Nigeria will spend all its revenue servicing debt. Why are we into debt? We've been importing virtually everything, even toothpick and possibly brooms into Nigeria. It's
we import almost everything.
To the extent that we're importing gari into Nigeria from China. It's a shame. And if we continue with that kind of attitude, not consuming only things that we can produce in this country will not develop. And then high unemployment will remain high. Nigeria will remain the poverty capital of the world, and then insecurity will remain with us because the devil finds job for idle hands. So the fuel subsidy must go for us to be able to use the money that had hitherto been spent subsidizing fuel to now start providing facilities, amenities that are required to grow, to develop Nigeria, so that Nigeria can take its pride of place in the Committee of Nations.
All right, this one is coming from The Guardian. It says nationwide chaos pains that stakeholders seek caution on subsidy removal.
Actually, I see the chaos as the activities of unscrupulous businessmen. The new president simply made a statement of fact that the oil subsidy regime was over, since there was no provision for oil subsidy beyond June in the budget. And it's just coming in. Even if he has to do a supplementary budget to now accommodate fuel subsidy beyond June, he needs the National Assembly to approve it. Is it the outgoing assembly that will do that? Is it the incoming one that will be inaugurated on the 12th of June that will do that? And when will that take effect? It is time we should just buckle up and face reality. And then all government agencies must also ensure that marketers do not take advantage of the situation to inflict pains on Nigeria.
But they are taking the advantage at the moment.
That is why I'm calling. I'm sure they had forgotten that there's a way some Nigerians behave. They had assumed that all Nigerians are righteous and they would behave they will show that they are truly loyal Nigerians. That's why they took advantage of the situation. But it is now time for all relevant government agencies to ensure that they put an end to those unscrupulous activities. And Nigerians also must stop panic buying.
Because when I was coming this morning, I saw a lot of queues, and I asked how much are they selling. They said it's about 350 to 400 naira, even in Oshogo at the moment.
So, which is wrong. We shouldn't be buying. How much when we buy fuel before that announcement, before May 29th? What made the price to go up suddenly? And these are people that we celebrate. When they come and do their ill-gotten wealth at our face, we celebrate them. We should stop celebrating businessmen that are taking advantage of us. We know them, they live with us. So we should stop celebrating them so that they will now be forced to change their attitude towards Nigeria and Nigerians.
I think all the newspaper today talks about this fuel subsidy and the hike, and even the Nigerian Tribune in its front page and its front caption says Labour talks tough, queues spread, petrol price rise, just like I said the other time.
Yes, I think what Labour should be busy doing now is to engage with the new government to discuss how the government intends to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy removal on ordinary Nigerians, not preventing the government from removing the fuel subsidy, since all the presidential candidates agree that fuel subsidy payment is actually nothing but a fraud.
Well, the way New Telegraph puts it on subsidy removal, he says Tinubu backpedals, says policy not taking immediate effect.
Yes, not taking immediate effect. It shouldn't take effect until the 30th of June.
But a lot of people are saying, why do President Tinubu have to make that statement?
He was simply he simply made a statement of fact that the fuel subsidy regime was over. It is over by the 30th of June, and by the grace of God, Dangote Refinery has promised to start
by July.
1st of July. So if the subsidy fuel subsidy removal takes effect from the 30th of June and we start buying fuel from a refinery in Nigeria, the cost of importation and all the other charges have been removed. So the cost will not be as high as it used to be. So there will be actually no need for subsidy that we even believed was never there.
Wow. All right.
There was never any need for its payment.
Leadership newspaper puts it on its front page, says that subsidy removal, fuel pump price eats 600 naira in some states.
Due to unscrupulous activities of some Nigerians, and I'm happy that some Nigerian governors have actually reacted, including our own dear governor, Governor Ademola Adeleke issued a statement yesterday.
And it was effective yesterday because we heard in the news that some of those that decided to close, let me use that word, close shop, end up, being sanctioned by the task force.
Which is a good development. And that was what I was saying, that all relevant government agencies should act immediately.
All right, Blueprint says this one is quite different a little bit. It says fuel subsidy removal. Pump price now 700 naira per liter. Queues return nationwide.
Who should be blamed for that? Nigerians are eating pains on Nigerians. And these are the Nigerians that we celebrate. These are the Nigerians that we give chieftaincy titles to. These are the Nigerians that are recognized and honored in our religious organizations. These are the Nigerians that are hailed by ordinary Nigerians.
All right, let's move away from the false subsidy and scarcity and queues and the price for now. And let's talk about this story that's making around. It's about the Timothy Adegoke's mother. Yes, and on the above plate of a Nigerian Tribune, it says Timothy Adegoke's mother caused sentences Adedoyin Otelia to death by hanging.
I'm glad that celebrated case has come to an end. And then it brings to my mind the Osun State anthem, which says Bati Bieru La Biomo. Shows nobody is above them. It's a good one. I only hope that in Osun State we have legal luminaries that are as bold as Femi Falana. We need such people in Osun. So we wouldn't have to go to Lagos State to import the likes of Femi Falana to come and defend a case in Osun.
Absorb. All right, above the nameplate of a New Telegraph, this one says, thanks NAS, PDP dangles 2027 tickets to stop Akpabio Abbas.
I wish them the very best of luck. They are Nigerians and they believe they have the right to the place. If they can make it, good luck.
All right, well, the same thing
as... It's going to be in the best interest of Nigerians.
Well, in Leadership, a newspaper, just below the nameplate, this one says NAS, Atiku Wike on warpath over support for Akpabio Abbas. Still talking about the Senate Assembly. Yes,
but because Wike believes that the ruling party, APC, should control the National Assembly, whereas Atiku holds a different view. I think that when PDP was in government, the opposition party didn't dare to control the National Assembly. So I find it quite strange that they want to control the National Assembly now. Is it to checkmate Nigeria's development, to be a clog in the wheel of progress, or to ensure that the Nigerians get the dividends of good governance from the present administration?
All right, President Tinubu reinstate sanity as DSS, EFCC squabble over property in Lagos, and that story is coming from The Guardian this morning.
It is a shame that
security agencies
that this rivalry that exists between them has been brought to the glaring knowledge of not only Nigerians but international communities, because the media carry it, and it is not only, the news is not only for Nigerians but for the whole world. So if they are not working in synergy, are they working for the interest of Nigerians? How will they achieve success? Maybe this is the reasons why Nigeria is not working as it should Maybe that is one of the reasons why we are not seeing the results of the effort made by the immediate past government to fight insurgency, or we really need to know exactly what the issues are. And then I believe that there are other federal government buildings in Lagos that are presently not being occupied by anybody, that can be taken over by any of these agencies, so as to prevent the kind of shame that we saw yesterday. It's a good thing that the president has spoken, but he should go beyond giving that order to ensuring that the cause of the grounds is resolved as quickly as possible. When both agencies need to have their own base of operation. Decent way.
The Nigerian Tribune is talking tough on that same issue. It says, this one is so direct, says, Tinubu directs DSS to vacate EFCC office.
Yeah, he made that statement. Vacate EFCC office to where? Now that's why I'm saying that that issue must be properly resolved. Both agencies deserve a befitting office for them to work effectively. They need a conducive working environment to achieve their different goals. So the federal government to ensure that that is done as quickly as possible.
All right. Below the nameplate of the Guardian this morning, this one is talking about Population Commission. It says Population Commission, 200 billion naira vote and vouch for 2023 census. But we're not seeing any census at the moment.
Yes, and what we were told is that the preparation has reached
the peak.
They are simply waiting. The Buhari administration only stepped down on effecting the census from taking place to enable the new administration to have an input to decide on exactly how they want to go on with it. And I look forward to knowing exactly how many we are in Nigeria so that we stop speculating. And I only hope that things that we prevent fraudulent figures from coming up has been put into place.
All right, still talking about fuel, but this time around it's about a moribund refinery. It says, this one says, just above the nameplate of the Nigerian Tribune, it says Nigerians spent 11.350 trillion naira on turnaround maintenance on 3 moribund refineries between 2010 and 2020. That's coming from a rep.
It is quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. That huge amount of money could have been used to provide some amenities for Nigeria. Probably if that kind of money was spent on education or health, the education and health tourism that we keep talking about wouldn't have existed at all. So it's quite unfortunate that we instead spend that huge amount of money on refineries that have not been productive, and it is a shame. I think this present administration should look at it. Can those refineries be made to work? If they can, everything should be done to ensure that they work optimally, so that we wouldn't have any reason to import fuel and other oil products of the oil and gas industry. That's even our gas. We shouldn't have any reason to import gas. There should never be any reason for shortages.
All right, finally, before we go on the newspaper today, this one, I know it's germane to Nigerians. It says Tinubu Shetima resumes as in Aso Rock Villa as Nigeria awaits official appointments.
Yes, I think the new president made some appointments immediately. He was sworn in on the 29th of May. We know he's a spokesperson, Sadili Alaki, and then 2 other young people. So I wish them the very best of luck, and then we look forward to him making known members of his cabinet so that we know exactly the direction Nigeria is facing as quickly as possible.
All right, that is our package on newspaper today. I hope you've enjoyed some of the review being done by citizens and Way, and we hope that when we come back same time next week, we'll do some interesting and intriguing review of our newspaper. My name is David Ojo, and bye for now.